Jeff Daly, good friend of Eric's.
My first memory of Eric was I was a Sequoia camper, and I was walking with my group, and this was going back to, I think it was like 1988 or 1989, and Eric was on the porch of one of the cabins. I think it might have been Forest Village. I'm not really sure where it was. And I remember he was gruff and giving us, we were just kids walking, where was our counselors? And he was pretty gruff about it. And I remember thinking, who is this gruff guy? And little ever did I ever realize that years would go by and I would get to know and really see Eric, and that gruff guy became one of the people that, as a camp director here, I relied on every day and every moment that he was here at camp. And he had the ultimate heart of gold. And one of the things I tend to hear from people is, people seem to always say, they always talk about Eric and that gruffness, and then they have an experience where they need Eric or Eric's there, and they just say they're blown away by how Eric's heart of gold and how touching and caring and committed he is, and he made just one heck of an impact to everybody around us.
What did it feel like when you were running the place and he would show up for his month? Halfway through the summer.
It was like the cavalry had arrived in the most epic form ever. I mean, it was literally like the first 4 weeks of the summer was just hang on till Eric gets here. And then when Eric gets here, there's that sigh of relief of no matter what happens, Blum's here and everything's going to be okay.
Let's make a little list of things he did when he was here. What sort of things? He responded to emergencies.
He responded to emergencies. He fulfilled shifts. He was a driver in a pitch. He was a lifeguard. And that was the cool thing, is he'd go every year and certify himself as he wouldn't certify himself, but he'd get certified as a lifeguard to step in and spell
in
people
case
that
he had
were there.
he must have done on call.
He did on calls with directors and kind of walked around. He was in a lot of ways counsel for every camping services director throughout the time that he's been here. As recently as his last summer, when he would talk to a camping director, he had institutional knowledge of what every other camp director was facing over the last 20 years at camp, because he had been talking to them, involved with them. So he provided this wealth of experience that he could say what Dan Weir would do, what Jeff Daly would do, what Matt Buchek, what Sue Goldberg, what Liz Warren, Rob Lehman, Peter Swain. Like, that's 20 years of history right there of people, and the institutional knowledge was one of his greatest gifts. Plus, he would barbecue for the staff. Like, he himself would go, and every summer, my refrigerator would be filled to the max with meat, portobello mushrooms, and all sorts of things that he would go and grill for 250 people at midnight to make sure they had something good to eat. He was an all-around asset to the camp.
One more question. So, what's the best way to, now that he's not here in the summers, what's the best way for us to remember him or memorialize him?
I think the Blum Center is something that is a really great opportunity to really make Eric's memory kind of live on. Having that being focused towards the camp staff, which was something that he provided such a resource in so many different ways, having that place be somewhere that future staff through years can come to and identify. It's going to help them. There's going to be future camp staff that will come to the Blum Center, like needing a break, needing that moment, needing that Blum pick-me-up that all of us had that chance to do. They'll have that through the center.
Maybe not even realize how it all got started.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, no problem.